The leash, I should have seen the signs. The way my mother-in-law's eyes narrowed when my fiancé mentioned the suit. The way my father's voice dropped to a growl when I suggested a smaller guest list. The way both sets of parents treated our plans as something to be fixed, not celebrated. But I was too busy planning the perfect day. Just us in clothes we loved, surrounded by people who mattered, to notice the subtle shifts. Until the money appeared. 2 deposits, £10,000 each, dropped into our accounts. No explanation. Just a text from my father. For the wedding. Don't worry about it. My fiancé and I exchanged a glance. We hadn't asked for anything, but we didn't question it either. We assumed it was for the venue, for the dress, for everything. So we tucked the money away, grateful, and moved on. It wasn't until the conversation started that the cracks showed. My mother-in-law was the first. She sat at the dinner table, her fingers drumming against the glass, her smile too wide. A suit? For your wedding, she said, as if it were a crime. You'd look so pretty in a dress. My fiancé, ever patient, explained again that she'd worn a suit the day we met, that it was comfortable, that it was her choice. But my mother-in-law wasn't listening. She was hearing a betrayal. Tradition, she said, as if tradition demanded a dress. Everyone will think you're not serious. And then came the guest list. We'd said 11 people. Close friends. Family we loved. But my father, when we pushed back, sent us a spreadsheet. 40 names. Family is family, he said, as if blood alone justified a meal. You'll regret not including them. We argued. We begged. We tried to explain that we wanted something intimate, something ours. But they dismissed us. The money had already been sent. The deposits were in the bank. There was no going back. Then came the lunch. Both sets of parents were there. Smiling, nodding, as if we were about to celebrate. But the air was thick with something else. Something unspoken. The waitress brought the bread, and for a moment I thought we might be okay. But then my father-in-law leaned in. We've been thinking, he said, his voice smooth. A bigger venue. More space. More people. My fiancé's hands trembled. I could feel the tension in her shoulders, the way her breath hitched. She wasn't afraid of the wedding. She was afraid of losing control. We excused ourselves. The restaurant's dim hallway was too quiet. The clink of glasses in the distance was too loud. My fiancé's voice was barely above a whisper. We can't do this, she said. Not the wedding, the control. We opened our banking apps. The money was still there. 2 separate deposits. No strings attached. We transferred every penny back. Slowly, carefully, like we were stealing from them. Then we walked into the room where our parents were still talking about flowers, about seating arrangements, about how we would look in a dress. We sat down. Silence. Then my mother-in-law's face twisted. Her smile faltered. You can't be serious, she said. This is a gift. I know, I said. I slid my phone across the table. The transactions were there. Clear. Unmistakable. This wedding isn't about your expectations, I said. It's about us. My father's jaw tightened. His fingers curled into fists. You're making a mistake, he said. Maybe he was right, but the relief in my fiancé's eyes told me otherwise. The way her shoulders relaxed, the way her smile returned, the way she looked at me, not as a daughter, not as a bride, but as herself. We left that lunch with lighter wallets and heavier hearts. But for the first time, the wedding felt like ours. No strings, no guilt, no but what will people think? Just 2 people, a room full of love, and the freedom to say no. Sometimes the most generous thing you can do is refuse the gift.